Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, evening, Leos, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this, welcome. My name is Patty. I am your empath that is doing your intuitive tarot today, along with some astrology and numerology. I mixed the energies up because they all pretty much are the same. If you look at the planets and divine, a lot of same energies. So we're going to get started. This is the week for the 21st through the 27th. And very surprisingly, there is the retrograde leaving, yay, on the 22nd. So if you're having communication problems, you're having issues with somebody as far as communicating, fighting, that kind of stuff, that's Mercury retrograde. Hang on until after the 22nd, and then you can try to patch things up. Or if your computers or phones are having issues or glitches and things like that, definitely that is Mercury retrograde. Mercury is all about communication, and the planet's about communication. So anyway, that's leaving the 22nd. And 24th is full moon. So we got full moon on the 24th. However, on the 22nd is when I'm going to be doing my full moon reading. Normally, for those that know me, I do it on the 24th with the full moon. I like doing it right when the energies are fresh and alive. So, but I'm going on vacation. So it's going to be on the 22nd, 11. So if you haven't subscribed and hit the bell, do that and you'll be notified when I'm on. It's live. You can ask questions. Anytime you can ask questions. I just answered them at the end if it's not in relation to what we're talking about. So definitely do that. And if you find this is a cool little channel, please go ahead and like the video. I appreciate that as well. All right, so we're going to pull 3 oracles for those of you that are brand new. I'm going to pull one for divine, one for current energies, and one for the future energies, which is mostly planets. People are saying, well, why divine? What is that? I don't get that. Well, if you're asking a question to the universe or God or whoever, I say divine, then this is your card for you. So if you're on the fence about something, if you're struggling through something, hopefully this is a message for you to get some clarity on what you're needing. All right. So that's the first card. Second card of current energies, 1st to the 27th. Third energy. Those energies are going to go through July. So the planets are showing that these energies are still in progress and it's going to go through July. So that's where that is. So let's get going. Yeah, he's all about that. That's all he's about, really. I love it. Okay, so we can remember this is current energies, all right? So the Divine's card is the number 9, which in numerology, it means, sort of intense. Pay attention to this. Really be focused on this. Really, it's really an intense number. It's like the number 1 thing to pay attention to, guys. Love. All right. So if you notice with this card, though, the divine does talk about love in different steps, different stages. Okay. So there is different stages of love. We just don't jump into love, but we do ask that, we are love. We do love. And that's what we're made from is love. So definitely sort of we'll go into the steps of what he's probably looking for. The last time I had a vision of steps, and in the center of the steps, one of these steps was completely crumbled, but the steps kept going. So that meant that something was going on that they needed to work through. So let's see if that pops up again. All right. Our current energies this week is the Raven. Now that's the number 10. So love is 9. 10 is an ending and a beginning. So something is being completed and finished, and something is starting. So the Raven is about magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. However, as you always hearing me say, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in things happening for a reason, and I don't believe in magic. I believe in providence, grace, and mercy, as well as rewards and blessings. Okay, so magic sort of is in that sense. If things can happen from the unknown and how we can't explain them unless it's an illusion. Now, magic is an illusion. Think about that. Everybody wants magic. I want it to happen. That love magic, but that's an illusion. You want the absolute truth. All right, so our future energies is the Goblin. Now, the Goblin is the number 4 in numerology, which has to do with grounding. And the Goblin is about the wounded human ego. Okay, so with the human ego, and if it's wounded, a lot of the times it's wounded through miscommunication or somebody hurt them, and that has to do a lot with your mind process. Okay, so there's a foundation thing that's going on here. There is something that is trying to be stable, but maybe the boundaries are being broken. And that's why things are sort of happening. And we want the boundaries to be balanced and good boundaries and standards, that we can have a healthy lifestyle. All right. So this is your theme for today, for those that are new and like, okay, I don't understand what an oracle is. So it's sort of a theme. Okay. So I'm seeing that the divine is talking about, I don't know, this might be relationships, but I think this is your being of love. Are you giving love? Are you showing love? Are you being a good representative of what love is? Because that's divine. Remember, if you watch me, I always say divine and the, God or whatever is absolute truth and love. And the thing is that we base our decisions and our choices either out of love or out of fear. And fear seems to be the winner a lot of the times, because we become afraid, we get angry, we get bitter, we get hurt. And a lot of that has to do with fear. Then we make a decision. I'll give you a hypothetical. If you're dating or if you're looking for a relationship, you will go into that relationship based on what happened to you in the past. And then you think that that past is going to be this new person. That is wrong. That is not true. That's not absolute truth. All right. So that you're going to basically become wounded, but it's your mindset. Wow. Wow, wow. This is a very interesting spread. Wow. So, somebody has matured. So this person, or, one of you guys out there is not quite so young anymore. You're not like in your early 20s. You're probably in your late 20s, or you could be in your 30s, 40s, that kind of a thing. Or, I don't think it's elder. I want to say they're in their late 20s or early 30s. But you really didn't have an opportunity to really to be creative when you were young. It was like you had to grow up really fast, because we have the Page of Cups in reverse. And so this person, right, and I would say the person now is probably in their late 20s. So a lot of your past is based out of fear or anger, bitterness, resentment, because you had to grow up really fast. It's like you didn't, whatever the relationship was with the parents, you had to be more of the adult than the parents were or could be. I don't know who that's for. Wow. And this is really affecting, because I want to say that it's anger and bitterness that is the energies that are higher, and it's anger and bitterness from the past. You might be, a little resentful, or you might not know why you're angry, because you really can't relate it to anything right now, because most of our anger issues, our bitterness issues, our frustrations, things of the negative or the low vibrational energies comes from our past, believe it or not, because we've got the current energy here along with the raven is the devil. So somebody's sort of stuck and bound in their ways because they just don't know how to get out of them. And you know what? I think this is a huge fear. And maybe this is why the divine is talking about this, because love is the ultimate thing that he looks for in all of us, is love. How much love do we have in our hearts? But this is of something that's really a bondage right now. There's been a lot of things hidden, or you're hiding a lot of things within you, not sharing them for right now. And maybe you're having a really hard time to make some kind of a decision. And this is where the goblin comes in, the wounded human ego. Definitely the human wounded ego. This is your future energy. So whatever decision that is coming up that you need to make, or somebody is trying to need to make to you, I don't think it's the true self that is making this decision. And what I mean by that is, you're going to make a decision from your head and you're like, well, this is what I should be doing, so I'm going to just do it. And we've got the Two of Swords and the Moon as the energies. And it's not as what it seems, because you're not being honest with yourself and doing it from the heart. You're not making a decision from the heart. Decision from the heart would be doing your authentic you, being in, yourself, loving the choices that you make, and standing behind the choices that you make. But this choice that you're going to make is not on love, it's in your head, because you fear that other people might be watching, and you might fear that if you don't make that decision, because you've had to make some tough decisions in your past, some decisions that you really shouldn't have to make. But to break this bondage with the Devil card, okay, we want to end that. We have to begin to make our choices based out of love and our purpose and our calling. What does that take? Paying attention to your intuition. That's what it takes. And believing that the divine is going to make things work. That's your current card. That's your current card. That synchronistic events is your destiny. Having faith that the divine is going to give you good and give you good. However, this person is trying to make a decision based on a not real person. So you're not being your authentic self. Somebody's faking it, basically, because they've had to for so long. This could be a different energy too. This could be an energy of abuse. Okay. This could be an energy of abuse, trying to break that bondage of the past, trying to break that bondage of, how do I love myself again? How do I love others again? How can I love when I've never been loved or felt loved before? This is hidden deep inside. A lot of people in depression, they're not going to talk about their depression. They're not going to really, unless they go to counseling or coaching, but they don't want to talk about it to anybody. So this is sort of what's sort of hidden. So it could be two energies here that's coming through. However, it is affecting, or it will be affecting a relationship in how you make that decision. So the Lovers card, what is it? Love. They're lovers. They are intimate. They're happy. They're full of, they're just full of each other. They're giving of each other. And this could actually hinder or help your relationship if you become your authentic you. If you come out. Now, somebody might be having to make a decision about a relationship here. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I marry? Should I not marry? Do I want to date him? Do I not want to date him? Do I want to date her? Do I not want to date her? That kind of a thing. And it looks like the feelings are sort of hidden there. Maybe that's where the fakiness is coming in. Maybe you really don't love them as much as they love you, kind of a thing. So that could be part of it. There is a hindrance card here, which is something that you sort of want to avoid. I think this is going to help you in your figuring things out. Is sometimes we end up doing too many things, or we overwhelm ourselves, and and we start multitasking and doing things that sort of separate us rather than bring us together, because the number 2 is about bringing these two together, is bringing a partnership together. And this is going to be hard for somebody because you've got to sometimes give less of yourself, give more of yourself than expected, because a partnership does take a lot of work and a lot of time. And somebody may not want to give that much of themselves because they got too much going on. So you need to sacrifice and release some things so that you can have this beautiful partnership. You do have a challenge card because it's coming towards you. Romance is definitely coming towards you. This is definitely about love. And it's not only about loving yourself, it's about loving somebody else in the future here. I don't know how far in the future. It could be this person's coming this week. It could be somebody coming next week. I don't know. However, there is something coming towards you physically that is trying to come in. But here's what's going to be the problem. We have a wounded ego, so there's a healing that isn't done. So we need to ask ourselves, do I feel loved? Am I loved? Do I know how to love? Love is a lot of different things. Okay. Because something's coming up for your destiny. So the divine is moving something towards you. Definitely. Love. An offering of love. He's trying to get you ready for somebody. He wants you to release this dude. So what is it that's hindering you? What is it holding you back? What is it that's creating this confusion to decide on something? Because you've got to get it out in the open. The elephant has to get in the room, and you have to clear the elephant out of the room. So if you're having a hard time about deciding something, you got to get in there and you got to clear that elephant out of the room, because you've got this beautiful love coming. Oh my gosh, look at all this love. All this is love. He is really just saying, I am trying to get you ready, 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 ready. But you've got to release this devil card. That's the current energy. That is the current energy. And what's hindering you is sitting on the fence about what you're trying to decide to do. The longer you sit on the fence and try to decide what to do, this opportunity may pass. Sometimes, I don't know if this is a first-time opportunity for you, or if this person's come back and now wants to offer you this love and peace and balance, contentment, beautiful, beautiful offering. Ugh, just beautiful. But if you've been on the fence before with this person, it's not going to be offered to you again. If this opportunity is the second time, this is the last time. So you've got to make a decision. Get off the fence. Yeah. So we ended up getting, and now we've got the Page of Cups in reverse. So this person may be a little younger than you. This person may be a little bit more playful than you. Maybe you're more of the serious type, or maybe they are. However, definitely there's a balance there, because they know your past has been really hard. They know your past has been, you've had to grow up fast. So they want to see that playful side come out of you. They want to see you open up. They want to see you get curious about things. And that's good. I mean, if you've had to grow up fast like I did, you do miss out on a lot of fun stuff. And so sometimes that attraction comes to you, that kind of person comes to you that is playful and spontaneous, and, they're sort of funny. I don't know what woman I haven't talked to, or even a man, that wants a mate that can make them laugh, because laughter is so much good for the soul. So this is sort of that person that is coming to you. Okay. You've got it, and you've got things coming to you fairly quickly, not super fast, fairly quickly. But also this young person, this younger, I think, maybe a year or two younger, not a whole lot younger, is actually very wise for their age. They're very wise for their age. And they're going to help you with that hurt and that wound. They're not going to rescue you. They're not going to enable you. However, whatever is wounded and hurt in you, they've been through it. They've done it. So they know how to be empathetic about it. But they're not there to rescue you, fix you, or enable you. They're there to release the burden. So this person coming is really, really beautiful to be able to be selfless and ease your burden. Beautiful. And also give you a lot of love, unconditional love, something that you're not familiar with. So this is for somebody. They're not familiar with the actual being loved for who you are and not for what you can do or give. Those are, man, boys, and grown girls. Definitely. All right. All right, but this is a beautiful relationship. But you gotta be open to, one, letting a few things go, because you're multitasking. You're doing too many things at once. You're also got to be your authentic you and come forward and start being the real you, the absolute truth you, and the person that you are going to love if you haven't loved yourself before, which you should. You should always love yourself. At first, because you can't love anybody else until you can love yourself, really, or you won't really know what true real love is. I do have a video on love and the different levels of love. Like I said, love is about different steps, different things that we do in our relationships. There's a step of meeting, that kind of a thing. There's a step of becoming friends. There's the step of going from friends to maybe dating monogamously. Then there's the step we go to intimacy. Then we get step marriage, then children, blah, 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 blah. But there's also different levels of love as well. And they're not easy to go through, but you have to go through each step. If you don't go through each step and you skip, this is where people get in trouble, because they haven't all crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's, and then they end up in trouble because they haven't communicated exactly what they need for their future. They haven't communicated what makes them feel love. They haven't communicated anything in that nature, or if they have, it wasn't enough. So this is definitely, you can't skip the steps. And Divine just said to me, put the 2 up, because you cannot, this is the synchronistic events, correct? That's your destiny. He's saying that that's exactly what this is. Each step that you take is a destiny to your destiny. Each step that you keep moving forward is where you're going to get the reward. Okay. But your future energy is healing that so you can start here. You got to heal first, then you can move forward with another person. You got to heal yourself first. Somebody's coming towards you to help you with that. Definitely somebody's going to come with you to help you with that. However, it is not their full job to heal you. It's your job, between you and Divine. You ask for Divine to heal you, he'll heal you. Because if you believe in him and trust in him, that's what he wants. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. All right. So we have the Justice card. So whatever your decision is going to be made, then it is actually what is supposed to be happening. Okay, for this Justice card. This is something that you don't want to wait on deciding, though. But also, too, thank you. So they're saying that somebody that you may have been making a decision about, really pay attention to the red flags, because they said that the devil is on the other side, and you make sure that they are the authentic them. Because with the devil on the other side is very much a trickster. And if you don't want to be what is hidden behind that person, you want to be able to know pretty much everything that you can. You'll never know everything. You know, if you feel like doing a background check, do a background check. People are like, seriously? I've done background checks on guys. I'm sorry, but when you're talking about my future, you better come clean. And some of them didn't come clean. Some of them lied, like no tomorrow. But you know what? Sometimes those background checks don't. Have you ever been in jail before? No, no, no. Oh, really? Well, it shows that you got a felony. And they get mad and they leave. But you know what? Stop lying. If you're honest with me, I'm gonna believe you a lot more. So the Hierophant is the last card. Hierophant is saying really lean on him to help you get rid of this devil. Lean on him to help you to get rid of the low vibrations. He's the only one that can help you. He's giving you the intuition. He's the one also going to show you if a person is not good. I don't have to do a background check, really, honestly. I can actually see it in their eyes, in their vibrations, and their energies. That's why it's important for me to get around a person when I meet them so that I can get that full energy feeling. But the divine is here to help you with your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition this week in whoever you are meeting. This person does want to help you. This person does want to grow with you, does want to release some of the burden. However, you have to be ready. All right? Okay. Then normally I do a love reading, but this is actually all about love. So this is actually about love coming towards you. And again, it's going to be up to you to build more stability and get more funding, more foundation and grounding before you go into a new relationship, because it does need to end. We've got the number 10 twice, I think, don't we? No, we don't. But it does need to end. But we do have the number 2 because we're trying to bring these together. So you have a new beginning and trying to bring two people together. These two people actually are really good for each other. Again, don't be fearful of love. Just take the steps one step at a time. Don't race through it. Don't rush through it. If you're feeling rushed, you back it up, because then that might be the sign that the devil's trying to trick you, trying to do something, trying to temptation, all that kind of stuff. If somebody's trying to rush you and it makes you feel uncomfortable, then you back it up. If that person's meant for you, they will back it up and say, oh, okay, let's take it a little bit slower. If they really want you that bad, they'll slow down and take it a little bit slower. But you can't just stop and halt and tell them you're going to have to wait a year, I'll be back. No, you've got to just say, hey, let's just take it a little bit slower. Be honest with that. Because a lot of people, I mean, it gets scary for some people that all of a sudden you're right. Aries are really good at this. And I don't know why I keep meeting Aries men. But the thing is, they want to rush in and rush in and rush in and do this and say this. And, oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden they're bored. That's Aries. So that is something that you don't want to happen. You want to, if it's an Aries energy, slow them down at first, because they want all in. They want 200% in right away. But it doesn't last when that happens, because they're thinking with their head. They're not thinking with their intuition. They're thinking earthbound. They're not thinking spiritual bound. They're definitely not. Hello, hello. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. But this is a beautiful reading. I really hope that it really was good for you. I hope that this resonated with you. I do know for this person, whoever you are, that it was really a hard childhood, maybe even into your 20s. Do know that it's time for you. This is time for you to know who you are. Release the past. Release the people from the past. If you're grown now, you are a grown adult, and you can do as you want and please, as long as it's a high vibration in loving yourself. I say that because some people take that wrong and think, oh, I can go do whatever evil. No, that's not what I mean at all. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great, great week. I will be doing some bonus. I believe I'm going to do some bonus readings from Universal Studios in Florida or Disney World in Florida. So the next reading that you have for the 28th through the 4th is going to be recorded. So there is no live chats for that one. However, if you subscribe and hit the bell, I don't know what day I'll be doing these bonus readings. But if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll know. It'll say, hey, she's on live. And I probably won't post any thumbnails for those because I'm going to be on vacation. I'm supposed to be not working, but I'll get withdrawals from not doing a reading. So I know me. And then don't forget about the 22nd. Retrograde is ending, yes, and we are going to be doing the full moon reading on the 22nd because I'll be on the plane the 24th. Normally I'll do it on the 24th, actually on the full moon, but I'll be on the plane that day. So the 22nd at 11 a.m. So subscribe, hit the bell if you want to watch that. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this at all, please like. We love likes. And I will see you next week and in Disney World or Orlando or in Universal Studios. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.